Cancers, hi, how are you doing? We have a big week. We are in eclipse season right now. The beginning of the week is going to be a little bit more quiet, which is honestly much welcomed energy. And then at the end of the week, it's a little bit chaotic. A lot of transits. Might feel a lot of energy. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel. I go through the astrology transit highlights every week individually for each sign. This is going to be for my Cancers, which you guys are some of my favorite energies to tap into. Water energy in general. I have no water in my chart, so I find you water signs just so freaking fascinating. And I also do an energy card pull at the end to talk about any opportunities that are available for the week ahead. So let's just get into it because there's a lot. Monday, September 8th, we are going to wake up with a Pisces moon. I also use Central Standard Time, so change it to your time zone accordingly. That's one of the things I forgot to say. We will wake up with a Pisces moon. We are still going to be feeling this eclipse energy through Monday. And what's interesting is we have the Pisces moon making a conjunction to Saturn at 12:44 p.m. Saturn is present for this Pisces eclipse, and it brings this energy of commitment, following your dreams. And this Pisces eclipse that you Cancers, experienced was really about, where you're looking to grow in this life. And are you growing in the right direction? Your belief system, spirituality. Some of you Cancers might have had crazy ass dreams. I wouldn't be surprised if every single one of you have had crazy ass dreams during this Pisces dreamy eclipse. So Pisces moon conjunct Saturn is just solidifying what was revealed to you during this eclipse, because keep in mind, the decisions you make right now is going to be a ripple effect over the next 3 to 6 months. That's eclipse energy. We will move into an Aries moon around 1:37 p.m. and your emotional focus now is going to be career. So the Aries moon is going to be conjunct Neptune at 3:33 p.m., sextile Uranus at 4:03 p.m., and sextile Pluto at 4:21 p.m. This energy is here for you to take action if passions come through. If you feel the need to take action. I mean, we do have Uranus and Pluto retrograde, so that is more of an internal transformation, but we don't have we have Saturn in Pisces right now. We don't have Saturn in Aries anymore. So this is going to benefit you, Cancers, when you're going after your dreams, when it comes to your career, your public image, your legacy, any issues of authority might come up as well. But just keep in mind that if you feel the Aries moon energy and you feel the need to go, and you are looking to take action, do it. If you are not feeling that energy, that's okay too, because we have so many planets retrograde. We just got off of this Pisces eclipse energy, and you might be a little bit worn out, honestly, and rest might be needed. So take action on rest. Aries is just all about action. It doesn't matter what action it is, but for you specifically, Aries moon's that emotional focus is going to be your career sector of your chart. Tuesday, September 9th, we will wake up with an Aries moon. And I do love Tuesday because we have both benefics working with the Aries moon. So we have Aries moon trine Venus at 8 p.m. and Aries moon square Jupiter at 9:30 p.m. So Aries moon trine Venus, these are your work houses. This is your work and your public image on the same page as your value, your resources, your money. And these are just working together to really boost your career, honestly. And it could just be an idea. It could be an epiphany of what actually brings you joy and pleasure. You could just enjoy working with your coworkers during this time. Venus is the planet of relationships, so it could be something as simple as that. And we have the Aries moon making a square to Jupiter at 9:30 p.m. Squares are known as a more negative aspect, but squares are just here for us to create change. And since you have Jupiter in your first house of self and you have the Aries moon in your 10th house of career, big change might be needed in your life. These are big houses, but Jupiter does bring this sense of optimism and prosperity to wherever it goes. So even Jupiter squares, I consider them beneficial, like just more optimistic in general. But there might be something here where your subconscious beliefs are holding you back when it comes to your hopes and dreams, and when it comes to going after the career that you want with your sense of self. Like, where is your sense of self at? Like, you guys are on this journey right now with your Jupiter in your first house, that if you know what you want and you truly believe in yourself and you know what you desire, then go after it. But you have to have a full knowing and belief that you can achieve what you set your mind to, what you set your goals to, where you're taking action, you can actually achieve it, okay? That's the big piece here with Jupiter in the first house. Your beliefs need to be on the same page as your sense of self and knowing what you can accomplish and who you are. Wednesday, September 10th, we will have an Aries moon. And Aries moon will oppose Mars at 2 a.m. So this transit moves quick. The moon moves quick. You could wake up around this time. Anytime we have any aspects to Mars, the planet of energy, we get this little boost of energy. So you might sleep right through this transit, honestly. But if you end up waking up and having some dreams when it comes to taking assertion in your life, being more aggressive, going after what it is you desire, especially if you're a Cancer rising with your MC and Aries, like you guys are really meant to be assertive and just animal instincts. Don't think, just go. So some of you might feel this transit, some of you might not, but just know if you wake up, the transit's going to pass. Then we will go into a Taurus moon around 3 p.m. And I love Taurus moons just in general because we're going from this like really mind heavy transit. Aries rules the head. So like you might be more busy in your mind. So we have this really big mind transit. And when we go into a Taurus moon, we switch over into more of this earth, grounded, just Venusian energy. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So it's just all those Venusian characteristics. That's why you guys are really supposed to have a lot of freaking joy in what you go after on your hopes and dreams. And we have the Taurus moon making a square to Pluto at 6 p.m. The Taurus moon making a square to Pluto for you guys you could feel a little bit of tension when it comes to, others and where you're looking to expand and maybe not emotionally being on the same page with others. Pluto's looking for that deep, deep transformation in your guys' 8th house, which really involves understanding yourself on a deep, deep level, understanding intimacy and what you look for in intimacy. You guys are going on this transformation of, this is the house of marriage, but also it's an other's house and how you relate to the other and how you want to relate to the other on an intimate level. And with this Taurus moon energy, your focus is really being authentic right now. Taurus moons bring out that authenticity, like where it is that you shine, Cancers. Thursday, September 11th, we will wake up with a Taurus moon again. And I do love this day because we have a Taurus moon trine Mercury at 9 p.m. So it's basically like your mental space and where you're mentally taking action with your communication on the same page as your hopes and dreams and your friends and your communities. You might feel a little bit more social around this time. But, Thursday night, I'm going to talk about separately because we have a lot of transits going on. And when we have a lot of transits going on at night, this is when we can experience insomnia, especially if you are an empath and you are sensitive to energies. So I do recommend Thursday that if you're not trying to wake up a lot, work out and also work out your brain too. Learn something new. Like make sure you're physically tired and mentally tired in order to get that good sleep. Because we have the Taurus moon trine Sun at 11:30 p.m., Taurus moon sextile Jupiter at 11:40 p.m., and Taurus moon square Venus at 2 a.m. So we have the Taurus moon making a trine to the sun. You guys might feel this a little bit into Thursday, but this is your sense, this is your identity, and then your intuition just being on the same page. So I absolutely love this when it comes to your communication, your authentic self, and your mental space. And then with the sextile to Jupiter and the square to Venus, like I said, these are benefic planets. So squares, there might be just some pleasant dreams, all right? You might have some wet dreams. No, I'm serious. I'm funny. So it just might be like this energy, Cancers. You could have dreams involving your beliefs, your growth, your expansion. You could have dreams involving relationships and your relationship dynamics. When it comes to what's your relationship with money, there might be something in there within these dreams. Not everybody's going to feel this, but it is a lot of energy because we also have the Virgo sun making a sextile to Jupiter at 2:30 a.m. This transit you could feel halfway through Thursday and into Friday morning, but a sextile is positive. A sextile is you take action in order to reap the benefits. Jupiter in your first house, Virgo in your third house. So Cancer, are you taking action when it comes to communicating what you need to communicate? Are you taking action when it comes to your sense of self and how you're talking to yourself, how you're talking to your body, right? Like when you look at yourself in the mirror, are you loving yourself or are you hating what you see? Like there's a perception change that can be worked on there. Friday, September 12th, we will have a Taurus moon, and the Taurus moon will make a sextile to Saturn around 3 p.m. And I really do love this because this is just like getting shit done. This is getting shit done when it comes to your growth, your expansion, taking yourself seriously. That's how you can utilize this transit, by taking action on your long-term goals. And then we have it moving into a Gemini moon at 4:30 p.m. And Gemini moon energies, collectively, they're very busy in the mind, very busy. A lot of thought patterns. You're here, you're there. Gemini moons, time goes by so quickly. But the Gemini moon is your 12th house. And we can feel a little bit, specifically you Cancers, mentally drained, especially if there's so much going on when you have a Gemini moon, because the moon has entered your subconscious. And if you're doing any perception changes when it comes to your emotions and your emotional focus that you're focusing on currently, it's tiring. You're rewiring your brain right now. Like that's what's happening. So we have the Gemini moon make a sextile to Neptune at 6:23 p.m., conjunct Uranus at 7 p.m. And this conjunction, Uranus is retrograde. So this is going to be more of an internal aha moment. And these aha moments are happening in your personal houses, your 12th house. This is like a personal perception change, aha, I get it now moment. We also have the Gemini moon making a trine to Pluto at 7:17 p.m. These are your internal houses. Like you guys, these outer planets are, Saturn has retrograde back into Pisces and stuff like that. But these air planets, where Pluto's in air and Uranus is in air, these are long-term transits, okay? And what's really happening is, one, having Uranus transit your 12th house is having breakthroughs on just such a different subconscious soul level compared to anybody else. And with Pluto also transforming your 8th house, you guys are on this mission of understanding yourself on a deep, deep, deep level. It's about really embracing the unknown and understanding how powerful you are, Cancers, when it comes to embracing the unknown. That's what this energy is really looking for. And we also have Mercury, which is in Virgo, making a sextile to Jupiter at 5 p.m. So this is beautiful energy when it comes to your communication, your mental health, and your sense of self, just on the same page. Saturday, September 13th, we will wake up with a Gemini moon, and Saturday is a big day. We have a Mercury cazimi at 6 a.m., and this is happening in your mental house. This is your mind. So if anybody is going to get an aha moment, it's you, Cancers. Like you guys, this is for you. Saturday is a day to understand, like, first of all, aha moments come when we have an intention about something. So if you have no intention, you might not get an aha moment. Like, what is it you are trying to discover about yourself? What is it you're trying to discover about your career? You guys are different, Cancer. Jupiter in your first house, like your growth and expansion is basically whatever you individually choose and what you desire to go after. And the only thing constant in this universe is change and growth. Pretty much. Some people don't grow, but you know what I mean. And then they just complain about it. But this Mercury cazimi it's going to feel big. It's going to feel like a big clarity moment, but make sure you have those intentions in place on, like, what are you looking to get clarity on? What is it? Like, set an intention for your energy so that you can get the best outcome for this Mercury cazimi. Sunday, September 14th, we will have a Gemini moon. And the Gemini moon will square the sun at 5:30 a.m., square Mercury at 7 a.m., sextile Venus at 9 a.m., trine Mars at 11 a.m., and square Saturn at 6 p.m. So the Gemini moon is doing a lot. It is doing a lot. Your subconscious is doing a lot. So if you feel tired, Cancer, you need to rest. You need to take care of your body, pulling into your body. Not only are you guys a Cancer risings, and you guys are ruled by the moon, so whatever the moon is doing, you guys feel it tenfold. Jupiter's also in Cancer, so it's asking us to nurture ourselves on a different level. Nurture our bodies, okay? So we have this square action going on here. So you have a square to your mental space, which change could be looking to happen when it comes to your value and how you value yourself and your sense of self. You might have some money blockages there that are looking to be worked out. And also that square to Saturn, you're getting these squares to your mental houses. And are you committed to your growth and your expansion? Are you afraid of the unknown? We also have that sextile to Venus and trine Mars. So that sextile to Venus is like giving you pleasure when it comes to understanding your value. So pulling into like, if you have any doubts about your value and where you're going in this life, one, be comfortable with the unknown. It's about being comfortable in the uncomfortable. That's how growth happens. But also Venus is giving you some pleasure there. Like, look how far you've come. That's a big thing too. Sometimes we get so caught up in the next thing that we forget to sit and see like, where were you a year ago? This would be a great day to be like, where was I a year ago? What was I doing a year ago? Where was I 5 years ago? Whatever feels intuitively right for you, Cancer. But the trine to Mars is giving us energy here, and it's giving you energy in the sense of your family and your home life and self-care. So this is why I'm really saying, like, the more that you, like, you could take a bubble bath, you could get a facial. I don't freaking know. What's your self-care routine that involves you being in a safe space? That's really the fourth house, is being in a safe space here, because you're going to get a little boost of energy. And how you utilize it, are you going to utilize it by overthinking in your mind, or are you going to redirect your mind to start taking care of your body, right? Meditation also is going to do you wonders during a Gemini moon. And meditation doesn't have to be a formal meditation where you sit down and lay down and all that. Meditation can just be you washing the dishes, doing laundry. Meditation is just not thinking, pretty much. And then we're going to be moving into some different energies. So I would say around like 7 p.m., you could start to feel a little bit tired, maybe a little bit heavy. But once 7:30 p.m. hits and we go into a Cancer moon, you're going to feel that change. You're going to feel that boost of energy, because Cancer moon, first house, it's like the moon goes through a whole rebirth. It was in the darkest house and now it's rebirthed for you. So Cancer moon is going to square Neptune around 9:15 p.m. And this could be frustrations when it comes to your career. Like maybe it also could be delusions when it comes to your career and public image come into play. And this is also not a time to force anything. When we have aspects to Neptune, Neptune likes flow. It does not like force. And you're a water sign. You know how to flow, okay? So just flow, especially if you're feeling the frustration, like maybe you're trying to get something done, or maybe you're just overthinking in your head, whatever it may be. Just pull to that energy I talked about. Pull to that home life. Pull to the self-care, okay? Self-care is going to be so important for you Cancers at the end of this week in order to understand and get like those epiphanies in that you've been looking to get. Like, if you're mentally busy in your mind, learn something new. Exercise it. There's no use in sitting on something for a long time and overthinking. There's no use doing that, because that's not how you're going to be getting the answers. So, Cancers. It's a busy week. It is, but it is a really big self-care week for you guys. Really big. All right, I'm going to do an energy pull. Pick one or two, and let's see what opportunities you guys have next week when it comes to these transits. So number one, number two, maybe both. Maybe you want both. All right. Okay. Ooh. It's crazy. This card says unknown. Usually I just look at the pictures, but this card literally says unknown. Number ones. Your opportunity next week is to literally feel so safe and secure with the unknown. There is a fear that is looking to be left behind. Like there's something that you are fearful of. It might be like, sometimes we get fearful and then act on our anxiety. Like we start doing something because we're scared that if we don't do it, it's not going to work out. Or like that's just an example. But you're really looking to marry like One hand is you, one hand is the unknown, and really trusting in yourself to dive deep and not ignore what you've been ignoring. So there is a fear there for number ones. Your opportunity is to squash that fear, get rid of that fear, and just have this new sense of safety and stability once that fear is gone. Number twos, oh, I love this card. Look at this. Ripple effect. Ripple effect is what I'm hearing for number twos. Yeah. So number twos, your opportunity next week is patience. Isn't that fun? Isn't that so much fun for you, number twos? It's going to be patience, and something in your life is balancing out right now, and you have planted a lot of seeds, number two, and they're starting to grow. And that's why I keep hearing the ripple effect. It's like one little step after another. That's what's happening. And your opportunity next week is to have patience with this ripple effect and understand that things take time when it comes to your growth and expansion, which is so on point with Saturn retrograde into Pisces right now in that ninth house of your growth and your expansion. So patience is going to be your opportunity next week. So, I love patience. I mean, I've learned to be a lot more patient ever since becoming a mother, I will say, which if I didn't, I would be the most impatient person in the world. But I feel like it's a good lesson. It is. All right. Thank you, Cancers. I will see you next week.